In this video, I'll be talking about a basic concept of string in Python. A string is a sequence of characters. A character is simply a symbol. For example, the English language has 26 characters. Computers do not deal with characters, they deal with numbers, that is binary of the numbers. Even though you may see characters on your screen, internally it is stored and manipulated as a combination of zeros and ones. This conversion of characters to numbers is called as encoding, and the reverse process is called as decoding. ASCII and Unicode. These are some of the popular encoding techniques. In Python, a string is a sequence of Unicode characters. Unicode was introduced to include every character in all languages and bring uniformity in the encoding techniques. You can visit the Python documentation for more details about Unicode. I have given the link in the video description. Now, strings can be created by enclosing characters inside a single quote or double quotes. Even triple quotes can be used in Python, but generally triple quotes are used to represent multi-line strings or doc strings. So as you can see in this code, fname, lname and addr address. I'm trying to define three string variables. So in fname, I'm using double quotes and I'm giving some string. Name is Yatin. Even we can define strings with single quotes. So just to show that, I'm defining the lname string, last name, and I'm giving the value as Jog. And then address is a variable addr, which is used with triple quotes, three double quotes, and generally it is used for multi-line strings. So you can see my string is starting on this line. I'm typing my address. I'm going to second line, third line, fourth line, and then I'm ending the string. So in this way, you are allowed to have multi-line string values with triple quotes. If I print fname, lname, and address, you can see the print fname output is Yatin, print lname output is Jog, and print address, it is printing multi-line value, first line, second line, third line, and fourth line. So this is how you can define strings with single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes. Now, in case of strings, you can print the length of the string using a library function len. Len stands for length. So I am taking three string variables. Again, one normal string with double quotes. Then second multi-line string with 2 lines, S2, and third variable S3 with 3 lines. Now if you look at the output, my S1 strings value is Python code. So how many characters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if I print S1 and if I print length of S1, it is printing the value as 10. Simple. Now I'm trying to print the second string, S2. Now my S2 is multi-line string with 2 lines. So it is printing those 2 lines. If I print S2, so this is the output of print S2, those 2 lines. Now, if you print the length of S2, the length of S2 value is 27. Why 27? Actually, we have 26 characters, A to Z. But because of multi-line, there is one additional character at the end of G, the first line, we have a /n. /n stands for new line, end of line. So because of that, we have one additional character, and that is the 27th character. So the string length is 27. Just to show the effect of /n, the same A to Z letters, now I'm typing in 3 lines in S3. So in case of S3, if I print S3, it is printing 3 lines on the screen. And then if I print the length of S3, the length of S3 is 26 characters plus /n after G and another /n after Q. So 26 plus 2 is 28. So length of S3 is 28. So this is how length function, len function works with Python strings. Now, if you want to access the Python string, then you can access it with the square brackets. Like many other popular programming languages, strings in Python are arrays of bytes representing Unicode characters. However, Python does not have a character data type. A single character is simply a string with length 1. Square brackets can be used to access elements, as we have discussed. And you have to remember that the first character has the position 0, which is also called as the first index, 0th index. So always index starts from 0. So you can consider if my string is Python code, which has 10 characters, because my index is starting from 0, the last index is 9. It is always n minus 1. So these are my index values, location values. Now we can use both positive as well as negative index in Python. So positive index start from the beginning of the string and negative index start from the end of the string. So you can see these are my positive index starting from 0 to 9, and negative index last character is my -1 character, then -2, -3 location, -4, and so on till the first character in my string is -10 location. Now, if you want to print the content of the string, now you can return the content of the string by just print command, print and s, it will print the complete string Python code. But if you want to print specific character present at specific location, then you can use square brackets as we have discussed. So if I print s of 0, that means this character p. So you can see the output is p. S of 1 is y. So output is y. S of 8 is D. S of 8 is positive index, the value is D, so my third output is D. Now I am trying to print S of -1. So -1 is this location. Negative index start from the end of the string. So S of -1 is E. So output is E. S of -4. -4 starting from end of the string, -4 comes here, so output is C. Likewise, if I try to print S of -10, it will print the first character of the string, which is P. So this is how you can use square bracket to print specific location values or characters in a string. Now, how to print strings with loops? You can directly print the string with print command, but even you can use loops to print the string content. So suppose this is my string S with value A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Now I can directly print S, print the value of the string. It will print A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I on the screen. But if I want to use for loop, then we can use for loop in this fashion. The instruction is for I in S. Now in is an operator. There are two operators, in and not in. I'll talk more about in and not in a separate video. So for I in S, so this indicates for I in every value of S. Now what is S? S is my string. And what is the value of S? Value of S is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, 9 characters. So when I say for I in S, this I will take value of each character. Value of each character in this S. So for first iteration of for loop, the value of I will be A, only first character. For my second iteration, the value of I will be B, only second character. For the third iteration, the value of I will be C, only third character, and so on. So indirectly, I'm telling you that this for loop will run for 9 times because we have 9 characters. This for loop will run at least for 9 times. And what action we are implementing in for loop? In every iteration, we are printing the value of I. So for first iteration, the value of I is A, so it will print A. Then it will go again, it will take next value of I. In the second iteration, it will print the value of I as B, and then C and D, and so on. But now if you look at the output, we want to print S as it is. Now because of this print function inside the for loop, how print executes, now we are well aware of this. Every time the print function will go to the new line and will start printing the content. But now we want to print A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I in one line. So in this case, now we can use the keyword argument of end. So instead of just writing print I, the same code is here. Same code is here. You can look at both the codes. Only changes in case of print I am writing print I comma and equal to double quotes, empty string. Now this will tell print that print the value of I, and then at the end of printing, the value of I, don't go to the new line, just print the blank string. So for next iteration of I, the cursor will be on the same line, and in this case it will print A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So now we have discussed the use of AND in a few of the videos, so you are well aware of this keyword arguments, and this is the use of AND argument. Now so this is the output of print S, and this is the output of this for loop, and both are printing on same line. There is another method to print the string using for loop, using range. Now we know that we can use range with values, with numbers. So now my for loop is for I in range. I am going to give the start index and the end index. So range is starting from 0, comma, the last value for the range is length of S, which is 9. How many characters do we have? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. We have 9 characters. So length of S is 9. Correct? So the range becomes 0 to 9. 0 to 9. Now we know that when I say range 0 to 9, it will print 0 to 8. It will print 0 to 8. Okay. Now if value of I is running from 0 to 8, and then I am printing S of I, that is S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, up to S of 8. That means I am printing S of 0 is A, S of 1 is B, S of 3 is C, and so on. So I am printing the whole string again. So this is another method to print the string contents using for loop. So we have seen two methods using for loop to print string content. Now similar to for loop, you can try to print the string contents using while loop also. Now in subsequent videos, I'll discuss more about strings, string methods, string functions, and slicing of the strings.